In the small village of Melo, life was simple and people lived peacefully. Among them was Amanda, a young woman whose beauty was the talk of the village. Her light skin glowed like the morning sun, and her curvy figure turned heads wherever she went. Amanda knew she was beautiful and made sure everyone else knew it. Every day, she would stand in front of a small mirror, smiling at her reflection. I am the most beautiful girl in Melo, she would say to herself. No man can resist me. They should be on their knees begging for my love. Her confidence was not just pride, it was almost like a ritual. Amanda carried herself with so much grace and pride that even women admired her, though some secretly envied her. But Amanda's beauty came with arrogance. She believed no other girl could compete with her. Who in this village can be more beautiful than me? She often thought. Her confidence grew every day. One morning, Amanda overheard some women gossiping at the market. They were talking about a man from a neighboring village who was coming to marry a girl named Ezine. Amanda froze. Ezine? She whispered to herself. Why Ezine? Why not me? Her heart burned with anger and jealousy. Amanda could not understand why any man would choose someone else over her. The news about Ezine and the mysterious man spread like wildfire. Everyone was excited about the upcoming union, but Amanda felt nothing but rage. For days, she stayed inside her hut, refusing to talk to anyone. How can this happen? She muttered angrily. How dare he come to this village and choose Ezine over me? Amanda cried and sobbed. She could not bear the thought of someone else being admired more than her. In her mind, she was the queen of beauty in Melo, and no one could take that crown from her. But now, Ezine was stealing the spotlight, and Amanda's pride was deeply wounded. One evening, as the sun set over the village, Amanda made a decision. If the men of Melo won't worship me, then I will make them, she said, her eyes filled with determination. I will show them that no one, not even Ezine, can outshine me. But Amanda did not know how to make a wish come true. She thought of the river goddess, a mystical being that people often spoke about in whispers. The goddess was said to grant wishes, but her gifts always came with a price. Desperate and blinded by her pride, Amanda decided to seek the goddess' help. Late one night, when the village was quiet and the stars shone brightly, Amanda walked to the river, her heart raised as she stepped into the cold water, calling out to the river goddess, "O great goddess of love, hear my cry," she pleaded. I am Amanda, the most beautiful girl in Melo. I want every man in this village and beyond to worship me. Please grant me this wish. For a moment, there was silence. Then the water began to ripple and a soft, glowing light emerged. The river goddess appeared, her voice gentle but powerful. Amanda, she said, I have heard your request. I will give you what you desire, but there are conditions. Amanda nodded eagerly. Anything, I will do anything, she replied. The goddess held out a small bottle of perfume. Spray this every morning and you will become irresistible. No man will be able to ignore you. But beware, Amanda, if you sleep with any man, he will fall ill with a mysterious sickness. And if this bottle ever breaks, you will lose everything. Your beauty, your youth, and your charm. Do you accept? Without thinking twice, Amanda took the bottle. I accept, she said, her eyes shining with excitement. She did not care about the consequences. All she wanted was to be adored. The next morning, Amanda sprayed the perfume as the goddess instructed. As soon as she stepped out of her hut, heads turned. Men who usually walked past her without a second glance were now mesmerized. Amanda, you look even more beautiful today, one man said. Another man offered to carry a basket to the market. By the time she reached the village square, a crowd of men was following her. Amanda smiled to herself. It's working, she thought. She loved the attention and began to enjoy a new power. Men who once ignored her were now lining up at her door, begging for her love. She felt like a queen, and her pride grew even more. She began to flirt with the men, enjoying how they fought for her attention. Some men even left their girlfriends and fiancés just to be near her. Amanda felt invisible. However, something strange began to happen. One by one, the men who slept with her fell mysteriously ill. They complained of headaches, weakness, and fever. No one could explain the sickness, but Amanda ignored it. She was too blinded by her newfound power to care. The mysterious sickness had spread to nearly every household in Melo. The young men of the village were weak and bedridden, and no one could find a cure. The elders and women of the village could not sit back any longer. After their meeting, they decided to confront Amanda. They were convinced she had something to do with the strange event happening in the village. Early one morning, a group of elders and angry women marched to Amanda's house. Their faces were stern and their voices were loud as they banged on her door. Amanda, come out, one of the elders shouted. We need answers. What have you done to our sons and brothers? Startled, Amanda jumped out of bed, clutching the bottle of perfume. Her heart raced as she heard the crowd outside. She knew they were growing suspicious, but she did not expect them to confront her so soon. What do I do? She whispered to herself. When Amanda opened the door, the villagers stared at her with accusing eyes. Amanda, one of the elders began. We know something is not right. Every man who had slept with you falls mysteriously ill. Tell us the truth. Amanda tried to remain calm. I don't know what you are talking about, she said, forcing a smile. I have done nothing wrong. But the women were not convinced. Lie! One of them shouted. Since you started bewitching our men, this village has known nothing but sickness and sorrow. Amanda's hands trembled as she tried to deny their accusation. You have no proof, she said, but as the crowd grew louder, Amanda's panic worsened. She clutched the perfume bottle tightly, hoping it would protect her. However, as she tried to spray it to maintain her control over the crowd, her trembling hands betrayed her. The bottle slipped from her grip, fell to the ground, and shattered into pieces. Everyone gasped as Amanda screamed, realizing her fate had been sealed. The moment the perfume bottle shattered, a strange silence fell over the crowd. Amanda's scream echoed through the village, and all eyes were fixed on her. Suddenly, Amanda began to shake uncontrollably, and tears streamed down her face. No, no, this can't be happening, she cried. The villagers stared at her, confused and suspicious. What's going on, Amanda? One of the elders demanded. What are you hiding from us? Unable to keep the truth any longer, Amanda fell to her knees. I made a mistake, she wailed. I went to the river goddess of love. I begged her to make me irresistible so that every man would worship me. She gave me a perfume, but she warned me there would be consequences. Gasps erupted from the crowd. The elders and women were horrified as Amanda continued to confess. Every man who comes close to me and have sex with me will fall mysteriously ill. And now that the bottle is broken, I will lose everything. My beauty, my youth, my shape. I did not mean for this to happen. The crowd was stunned. The women whispered among themselves, some in anger, others in disbelief. You brought this curse upon our village because of your pride. An elder said, his voice shaking with anger. I did not know it would turn out like this, Amanda cried, but no one was moved by her tears. The villagers stepped back, disgusted and furious. The elders shook their heads, realizing the depth of Amanda's selfishness. Suddenly, Amanda felt her body changing, her skin darkened and wrinkled. Her curvy figure disappeared, and her beauty faded before everyone's eyes. She screamed in terror as the villagers watched her transformation. Amanda had become unrecognizable, a shadow of the woman she once was. As Amanda's beauty vanished, something incredible happened. The men who had been sick began to recover. The villagers noticed it immediately. One by one, the young men who had been bedridden started regaining their strength. Mothers wept with relief, and fathers gave thanks to the gods. The curse is broken, an elder declared. The river goddess has taken back her power. The villagers turned their attention back to Amanda, who was now sitting on the ground, weak and trembling. Her once beautiful face was now old and wrinkled. Her golden skin had turned dull, and her radiant charm was gone. Amanda, one of the women said, stepping forward, you have caused so much pain to this village because of your pride. Our sons and brothers suffered. How could you be so selfish? I am sorry, Amanda whispered, her voice barely audible. I did not think it would end this way, but her apology fell on deaf ears. The villagers were too angry to forgive her. The elders decided that Amanda should be left to face the consequences of her action. Let her live as a reminder, one elder said, that pride and greed bring nothing but destruction. Amanda's life changed drastically. The men who once worshipped her now avoided her, and the women who envied her now pitied her. She became an outcast, shunned by everyone in the village of Melo. No one wanted to be associated with the girl who had brought a curse upon herself and the village. Amanda spent her days alone in her hut, mourning the loss of her beauty and her life. She avoided mirrors, unable to face the sight of her new appearance. She regretted everything: the jealousy, the deal with the river goddess, and the pain she had caused others. But no matter how much she regretted it, the damage was done. Amanda realized that her pride had destroyed her, and there was no way to undo a mistake. She lived in isolation, her once lavish life reduced to loneliness and shame. Over time, the villagers moved from Amanda's story, but they never forgot the lesson it taught them. Mothers warned their daughters about the dangers of pride, and fathers told their sons to be wary of arrogance. The story of Amanda became a cautionary tale passed down from generation to generation. Meanwhile, Amanda tried to find peace. She spent her days reflecting on her actions and the consequences of her choices. Though she was shunned by the village, she used her solitude to pray and seek for forgiveness from the gods. She hoped that one day she might be able to redeem herself, even if she could never regain what she had lost. The end. Thank you guys for watching this beautiful story, and if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button to join this amazing family, and also like this video, share with your friends and family, and also drop a beautiful comment down below. Thank you for watching.